Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Soul Soul for Heretic on the Devour the Smite-Meister difficulty played through GZDoom. We are doing all levels with a 1-star, and this is E1M6, the Bastions of Eternal Winter. Let's begin. Alright, so we're going to start off by grabbing all the ammo here and also here. We're going to use said ammo to shoot both of these disciples down with our trusty E1M6. If you want to be cheeky, you can try to get the disciples to infight with the golem here, but usually the disciples will win with little to no contest, really. But once all these guys are dead, we're going to go over here, shoot the scary face, and we can grab the rest of the items right out here, including the quartz flask, which may or may not come in quite the use. Anyways, let's place a time bomb here, blow both of these guys up, preferably. And then we can go into here and kill some undead warriors. Let's plant a time bomb right there, too. Let's soften these guys up. Alright, take a gander to your right, and you can kill a nitro golem. And also, look in here. You can get the secret by shooting the scary face outside. It gives you a bag of holding and a silver shield. Both very, very good things to have. So once you've dealt with all that, you can go around here and grab the ethereal crossbow and some arrows for the crossbow. And also a hell staff, which I'm not going to use yet on these Ophidians because we got to spam it at different enemies instead. You'll see very soon. Alright, so now that most of these enemies are dealt with, we can take a little trip out here. I'll use the Dragon Claw on this one in particular. And now we can look down and see that we're in for quite a show. So here's a Chaos Serpent. We're going to get rid of him with the spammy weapons of choice. And, you know, just spam everyone. Might get some infighting going on as a result. There are a lot of enemies here, so moving around will naturally get a few of these guys to hit one another at some point. We can press a switch here right now, but we're not going to grab the yellow key that lowers as a result of it being lowered from the switch. Because if we do, we'll spawn in more enemies, and I think we have enough fish to fry here. So for the time being, we're just going to prioritize killing the rest of these enemies. We might take a good bit of damage out here, but you know, there's plenty of things to help you mitigate that damage. I'm using up the rest of the silver shield here for the time being, but there are some extra tools we can use very soon to help deal with other things. Including but not limited to even, an enchanted shield. And you gotta love, or at least respect, that 75% damage reduction. But even with the enchanted shield, you still want to avoid as much projectiles as you possibly can. You don't have to dodge all of them, just enough so that you can survive another day. Alright, take a look at these guys. We're just going to spam in their general direction. And that's nearly all the enemies here. Nearly. At least for this, like, part, this section. Well, here's what happens when you grab the yellow key. Well, before I do that, I'm going to snipe these guys. Because the less enemies around, the better. Alright, so now that we have things in the clear, we can grab the Phoenix Rod. Not going to use it just yet. And I'm going to make sure that I grabbed as much ammo as I potentially need for an encounter like this one. Yes, yes, you can probably already guess there's going to be an encounter. But I can also, you know, do some extra things before you even grab the yellow key. Which is what I'm going to do right now. Because this part is openable all along. And yes, you can get the Phoenix Rod here earlier if you wish. Or you could save it, or just go down there and get the one down there first. I'm going around here in particular, so I can grab more ammo for certain weapons. We have a lot of ammo for our trusty Phoenix Rod that we just acquired. And also over here, if you look carefully, you can get the secret map scroll. And there's a Morphovan there too, which we'll have to get with the same method, but I kind of slipped there. But while we're here, instead of doing that, we can press this button, which will lower this, or rather raise this door. And it gives you a secret ring of invincibility. I was gonna say it lowers a wall, but it raises a door. Whatever. Alright, in order to get the secret with the Morphovan, it's very simple. You just have to drop down here. Make sure you're in the secret sector to tag it, and you should be good. Alright. Now it's time for the big boys. Let's grab the yellow key. And looky, looky! It's a lot of saber claws. Like, a lot of saber claws. Some explosives should make relatively quick work of the worst of the lot. But the more intimidating enemies are the Chaos Wyverns. Why? If you need some weaponry, you can use the toned up Dragon Claw. That won't deal really any damage to the Iron Legends, but it will get rid of the rest of these guys with relative ease. When you're out of ammo for it, you can just spam whatever other weapon you have. I recommend using the Elven Wand or the Ethereal Crossbow. Crossbow isn't that bad against the Wyverns when powered up. And odds are, you'll get a lot of ammo for the Hellstaff after killing a lot of Saber Claws. You'll at least get a little bit, which is better than none. I think it's time, though, to use the Phoenix Rod for the rest of these guys. At least the Iron Liches. We have a lot of ammo for the Phoenix Rod. An unbelievable amount, in fact. If you manage to shoot down a Wyvern with the Phoenix Rod, then that's great. Yeah, this map has a lot of ammo for the Phoenix Rod, so you can use it somewhat liberally. Not too much, just make sure you're actually hitting enemies with it, is all. Because as long as you manage to hit something like a stray gargoyle with the Phoenix Rod shot, you are using the ammo. Like, in some sort of efficiency. Alright. Last few enemies here, mostly consisting of the Iron Liches. We can use the Phoenix Rod to blow them up. There we go. And the rest are just stragglers. Wonderful, right? I'd say so. There we go. I think that's all of them. Now, if you want, you can double check for more items and ammo and whatnot that the enemies might have dropped, or other bits of ammo that you might not have picked up before. There should be plenty to go around. Maybe not too much, but just enough to refill some of your ammo supply. Now once you're satisfied looking around this area, if you decide to look around it at all, you can ascend back up to here. And we can go to the yellow door if we want to. But maybe I don't want to. Maybe you don't want to either. Maybe instead you want to go around here again. I think I do. Here's something about this level. You can do it in a semi-non-linear style. Something that's always cool. But when you go around here, you have to deal with the Molitor. And believe me, you probably won't have a lot of things to deal with unless you grab everything else. So we're just going to use the Dragon Claw and all the other basic weapons. We're going to kill them in a very basic style. We should have enough ammo to deal with them with the rest of our weapons. If you want to use the Phoenix Rod, you can go ahead. He's immune to splash damage, but if somehow you manage to retain that Tome of Power, or if you manage to get a Tome of Power from like the Disciples of the Sparrow, you can use that against them and get some roast beef, or even better, since you have these, which you get out in the big town area, you can probably do Molitor CBT on them. If you have a Tome of Power, at least. I usually use the one that we get for sure, like out there, to kill enemies with AoE weapons. But yeah, as you can see, we can kill the Molitor relatively easily. Just don't walk into his line of fire, and you should be fine. Alright, so if you have some Morphobums, you might be able to use them in the fight after this one. This isn't really a fight. It's just a few obstacles. Insignificant obstacles in your way. Well, the Serpent might be a bit of an inconvenience, but still. You just shoot him down. Like that. Now here comes some potential fight. Let's corral them with time bombs. And you can use the Hell Sap to also deal with these guys. Or the crossbow. You can even use the Morphobums if you wish. I'm going to save them for more irritating, bigger enemies, which we'll encounter right around here. Looky, looky, it's another Chaos Serpent. Another. A whole nother. But here's why I love the Morphobum. If you can manage to get good shots like that. If you don't get a good shot like that, you can use the other one if you manage to get one. Usually the Iron Liches are generous enough to drop at least one extra one for you. Anyways, dealing with that, you can go into here, grab the Quartz Flask. And look, it's the blue door. But we aren't getting the blue things yet. We aren't getting the blue key. No, we're doing this in order. We're doing it all in order. Also gonna get that Morphobum out. And look, it's the Lightbringer. The Linkara weapon. Let's use some Morphobum too. Broil some eggs. Or maybe scramble them a bit. Yeah, even the unpowered Lightbringer is pretty useful against these enemies, so don't underestimate it. You get plenty of ammo for it on this map. Just like you get plenty of ammo for your trusty Phoenix Rod. And look, we got the keys in order this time. You can get them in a different order if you want, but why would you want to do that? Why would you want to ruin the sanctity of the key order? No. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is making sure that we go into here now. Because we clear up the green section, we need the blue key. And we need to kill. Yeah, we should have gotten everything around here. But when all is said and done, you can't use this door because it needs a blue key, but you can go into this one. Because it needs no key. Except the yellow ones, because you need to get into this one. Anyways, we're going to blow up some enemies, including but not limited to were-dragons, iron liches, at least one of them, and maybe even some golems too. Pretty nicely shot there. Just remember, these guys are ghostly, so you do not want to try to blow them up with the Phoenix Rod unless they're very close to a wall. You can use the splash damage to kill them with that. Otherwise, nah, don't bother. Anyways, let's take a trip down here to a place of magic and mystery. What awaits us down here? Oh no, enemies. Projectile tossing undead warriors, and a saber claw, and were-dragons. Oh my! This place is chock full of enemies. Very uncool. But you should have enough weapons at this point to deal with them. And of course, you just want to be aware of all the projectiles that are being tossed your way. Sometimes it's kind of hard to do that, because sometimes the enemies will be all over the place. Them's the bricks. You can hide in here. This door opens and closes slowly to both aid and detriment you. Thankfully, the Lightbringer can deal with other enemies, but like ghostly enemies. But we're gonna need to use. I'm gonna use a ring for this guy. And I'm gonna use the Phoenix Rod while he isn't reflecting. Perfect. So now that we're using a ring, we can also just get hit by everything without any repercussion whatsoever, aside from maybe knockback. You can grab a silver shield if you want. I called it a silver shield because I'm turning into Sean Connery again. We're not going to grab the blue key just yet, because as you can expect, there's still some wacky traps here and there that we'll have to deal with as a result of that. But thankfully, we are supplied with lots of ammo and other pickups. And health, too. Just in case you want to be a Healy type. Now, there's another warrior around here, and also a golem. I'm going to snipe him. At least try to. This is where that look up and down feature comes in handy. Anyways, let's grab the key. And as you can see, serpents appear. Very spooky. There's only 3 of them. I say only 3, but still, you don't want to underestimate these guys. Underestimate. Don't underestimate the serpents, and you should be fine. Might even get crystal vials out of them, or maybe even a bag of holding if you're lucky. Either way, there still should be enough things to help deal with such problems. Such burdens. Alright, when you're done with this area, you can just press the switch and go back up. But watch out! Once you make your way back here, there'll be some disciples of the Sprippy. And they're feeling funny today. You want to get rid of them? And then we can get rid of the iron liches. Yeah, there's 2 of them. There's twos of them. Yeah, I told you there was two. The Phoenix Rod should make quick work of both of these guys if you have enough ammo for it. Otherwise, you can use pretty much any other weapon, and you can use these as cover for whenever the whirlwinds will try to get in your face and ruin your day. But when all is said and done, we can take a trip back down into here. Just double checking for any extra secrets. I think we got both of them. Yes, we did. Also, if you want, you can also take a little detour down here to get the quartz flask. This is an option. You can also go down there in the first place if you want to, like, ambush some of the enemies, but it doesn't always work out like that. Figured I'd show that off real quick. But anyways, we've killed just about everything, at least in this part. We're gonna make our way into here now. And now we can open this up. And look at that, iron liches everywhere. Let's use the Lightbringer. The Lightbringer. Whoopsie. Look, these guys even dropped some eggs for me. Very nice. But I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with just the eggs. I need more. I need more, you see. More, damn you, more! So we're going to press that switch right there. Very sneaky switch. It'll send you to the Islands of Ice. The Icelands. Here we are in Iceland. Quite a lovely place. Don't mind the volcano, you know, the Eyjafjallajökull, whatever it's called. You'll be fine. Just hang around here, grab whatever you need, and while you're around, you know, drop down here and you can get another secret. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very nice to have. Alright, avoiding all the other projectiles, we can just go back into here. And you can open this up, but you can also press the switch, but here's the kicker. There will be bars. So here's the intimidating part of the map. There are a lot of enemies here. Mostly the were-dragons, who will take up a lot of space. That's why, if you have any more phobes, you can feel free to use them. Use the Lightbringer too. Once you killed enough of these guys, you should be alright. And you can try to escape if you want, but at this point, we're just killing them all. Just to show them who's boss. Yeah, yeah. Who do you think you are? I am. Didn't even have to use the Mystic Urns, but you probably would if you didn't get any more foams. Alright, posture adjustment. We're gonna get rid of this fellow in the distance. At least try to. Please come here. There we go, that works too. Alright, let's open this up and meet some more enemies. Yippee! They are all over the place. Mostly on the rooftops. Acting like it's Christmas or something. The most intimidating enemy will be the one you see right out the gate. And yeah, I had to use some Mystic Urn finally. Mostly because I was being a goofball and getting hit by projectiles I shouldn't have gotten hit with. And again, what a shame. Thankfully, there are still some items around that you can still use. And also over here, an Iron Lich. Let's blow him up. Wonderful. Alright, let's get a move on. And let's go down here. And get a look at this area. Nova runes all over. And what is that? It's a little tiny imp. It's adorable. There's also lots of crystal vials here. Help you with the health situation if you need them. When all is said and done, I can take a trip over here and press the button. And that's all the enemies. So all we have to do now is wait for this. And we'll celebrate with some time bomb usage. And we'll quickly run across here because it's got a little time thing going on there. Anyways, that should be all the kills and all the secrets. And indeed it is. If you want to go back and get all the items, you can try to do that, but no promises. If you drop down here, there should be a teleporter that takes you back to the area right after the blue door. So there's that. I missed one item, but whatever. This is the Bastions of Eternal Winter, and it is I'd say it's a fun map. The main, fight is the big one, with the little, town area, with lots and lots of monsters. That's, the near majority of the monster count out there. And it's entertaining to deal with them. And it's definitely the, toughest fight because it, sends the most things at you. And is a wide open space, so it gives you an opportunity to use the powered up Dragon Claw to what may be its fullest extent. Maybe even the Hell Staff if you don't have enough ammo for the Dragon Claw for whatever reason. Albeit that would be a bit more limited. You can use a regular Hell Staff to deal with the rest of the enemies once the Tome of Power wears out, though. But yeah, other things like the Molitar encounter weren't too bad. The Death Knight, if you have the Ring of Invincibility, it also isn't too bad, but you can also get away with fighting him without it. It's very risky, though, because, the Death Knight has that shield with the Centaur-style mechanics, or even Slaughtar-style mechanics. Pretty evil. But, all in all, a pretty manageable map if you're equipped for it. Even if you aren't, you just have to think fast with what little you have. Anyways, we are done with this video. Stay tuned for the next one where we go into E1M7, which is Beneath the Marble Citadel. This is going to be a doozy. But until then, toodaloo.